I think
No,
you could turn it around so we could see you.
I can't.
You were there a minute ago, so you just need to
Won't let me do anything. I can't take it. Okay.
and now you're back and I'm recording.
All right, that's fine. Let's get started.
So we are trying to set up so we could record the podcast today, and something happened. Sharon was there and then she disappeared. But I'm glad you figured out how to fix that. That is so funny. Welcome to SSK Yarners Knitting Podcast, but it's not just about knitting, right? It really should be crafting podcast because we do a lot more. We crochet, you quilt. I do needle felting. I do machine knitting. So we have a lot, but we do a lot of knitting. So welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Karen. I'm coming to you from North Carolina.
And my name is Sharon, and I'm coming from North Georgia, which is very, very rainy today. I think it's the tail end of the hurricane that went through.
Hurricane Susan, is it?
I think so.
Sally.
Sally.
Hurricane Sally. Okay, because she arrived here this morning as well. So we had the first band, and I think it's going to rain for 3 days.
Yeah, but it won't be near as bad as what they had. So I'm very thankful for that,
Yes, me too, because they got really slammed down there, right? This is a very slow moving storm, but
yes.
Yeah, so hopefully the power will stay on, right?
Yes.
Hopefully we won't have any internet problems.
We already had that, so we had computer problems, but now we're on a tablet, so that's okay.
Yeah. So normally Sharon is wide like I am, but today she's small, and that's
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd like to be small.
I'd like to be smaller,
but that's all right.
I am addicted to these Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, I like Rice Krispie treats.
They're very good for breakfast.
Or lunch, or dinner.
They go really good with coffee, let me tell you.
Well, basically, you're eating cereal. So,
I told Dave, right, this morning, there was some left over. I'm looking at the pan going, it is Rice Krispies.
Yes.
And, there's a little bit of butter, which I would put on toast. And then marshmallows as if I were eating Lucky Charms, right? So I enjoyed some.
It's pretty much a healthy breakfast.
I'm not sure about healthy, but it was delicious. So I'm not going to get any smaller if I continue eating like that. So that's okay. That's fine.
It's fine. It's right. You got to enjoy life anyways.
Exactly. So we have a lot of stuff to share, right? I don't have a whole lot, but you have quite a bit. So
I finished quite a few things because I was working on small projects. And of course, when you have pretty much socks on the go, you can finish those. Yeah, and I was quite far.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? We should real quick bring up our knit night. How much fun was that?
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed meeting the people who watch us and follow us. And now I'm following them. And it's almost like being together in real life.
Exactly.
It was fun.
Yeah, and our old friend IJ, we met her, oh my gosh, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah. Quite a few years.
Yeah,
really nice.
Really good to see her. And of course, meeting Pamela and Linda, Victoria, right? We know her from her podcast. Oh God, I'm missing people. Help me out.
Well, Aggie and her daughter.
Yeah.
Did you say?
Aggie and her daughter. I didn't say them. Oh my God, who else was there? My mind's going blank.
I don't know, but what was really nice is that, when we were speaking with Pamela, and I hope she doesn't mind we mention this, but she says she doesn't have a lot of knitting friends to share things with where she lives. And I thought, well, this is great because we could be friends even though we're far away and share the love of knitting or yarn crafts or whatever and talk to people and build relationships that way, you know.
I agree. I completely agree. I mean, she said she's from Kansas.
Oh, Linda was there. That's right. Linda
Yeah,
was
Linda
there.
was from Kansas. Victoria obviously is from Montana. So, and you know, I know Victoria, you know, her podcast, so she keeps busy with that. But I don't have any close knitting friends
Yeah.
here. You know.
Well, no, I don't really either. But and the thing is you can't even go out and find them. You know, unfortunately, you know, if we do have a local knitting shop in our area, if we're fortunate, sometimes they just aren't open as often as they are. They're not holding knit nights as they did because of the stupid virus and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's great that we have this capability today to do this, I think. Yeah.
I agree. I completely agree. And we're going to plan an October one. We'll mention the date on our next podcast. And yeah, so if you missed it, I know several people wanted to join, but they couldn't at the last minute. So I'll let everybody know again the date and the time. You just have to email me, and I'll share the link. It's a direct link and a passcode on how to get in. And yeah, so it was fun. I really did enjoy it. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I did too. It was fun. It was fun to meet these ladies and to catch up and talk and just chat and show what we're talking about, what we're working on, and show. It always gives you ideas when you see what other people are working on and, you know, what yarns they're using and how they put the colors together and stuff like that. I think it's always fun to find out, to see that.
I agree. And just to get to know them and where they're from and a little bit about them. So yeah, it was quite nice.
Different parts of the country.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that I think is fascinating. Yeah, especially New Jersey, you know, my home state, you know.
Your home state, yes. So we're from New Jersey area.
Yes. So so thank you everybody for joining us. We did have a lot of fun and we can't wait to do that again. So hopefully we can do it every month. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes, is right.
Yes. Are you knitting?
I'm trying to.
What are you working on?
Well, I'm just working on a hat, you know, but, you know, I'm just trying to keep my hands busy. I'm trying to knit up as many hats in the next couple of weeks as I can for Operation Gratitude. We've mentioned them before. And I had started a stash of, you know, hats to donate earlier in the year. And I'm just trying to, because they're, you know, have this challenge on, I'm trying to knit a few more. So
yes. So Operation Challenge, Operation Gratitude. It's operationgratitude.com. Our Etsy shop uses some proceeds that we earn throughout the year for shipping and also other things to donate. And we really have been doing a lot for the veterans and for our, you know, for our military. So that's near and dear to my heart. You came up with Gratitude, Operation Gratitude. You said you donated last year. Great organization. They contacted us right on the, commented on the last podcast, thanking us for doing it. So this one is the stash challenge, right? The stash, bust your stash or something. So they need to have everything by October 5th. So please consider making a hat, making scarves. They do have some parameters. It can't be any larger than a worsted weight yarn, and they have specific sizes for the scarves. So, and they're having giveaways too. So please check that out. Please consider making something and donating it. So it goes to the families. They're also doing first responders, so firefighters. I don't know if I saw the police officers, but hopefully they're doing those as well. So yes, please consider it. Please consider donating. Yeah, that'd be great. Just go on the website and check it out. I'll have a link below. So.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to sort of give back to so many who give so much for us. I mean, they really do give up years being in the service and some of them even their lives. Yes. So, you know, I'm thankful we still live in this country where we have freedoms. So
yes, I agree. And to thank those that actually do put their lives on the line for us. So very, very important. So
yeah, even our firefighters, even our policemen, you know, not just mostly servicemen is what they reach out to. But I mean, I think in these days and this time that we're living in, there's a lot of people, putting their lives on the line to keep us safe and to keep us free. So,
and their families as well. So yeah,
and
so
their
they need
families.
donations to their families as well. So
Yeah.
so all types of hats, all sizes,
Yeah.
and what's so great is it's all colors this time around, right?
Yeah.
So
And
normally,
so I'm using a fun yarn that I have had in my stash.
yeah. So please check it out. Please consider donating. That would be really amazing. So
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah. So how
So
about showing us that hat?
So most of my finishes this week really will be, hats that I've finished. I'll show you this. This is I don't even know if I have the tag around anywhere, but this is what it looks like. So it's a yarn that has different colors and different textures in it.
Oh wow, a fun yarn. Yes.
It is sort of fun. I don't know. I bought it when I worked at Joann's, and it was, it's a Lion brand hat yarn. It's supposed to be for a hat. It was called Kepi. Here it is.
Oh, cute.
I don't know that I even make it anymore, but it is worsted weight. And of course, this is varying shades of blue with a little bit of green and orange in it and white. And the pattern is a crochet pattern that they give you, but I just do it with a knit. And it came with a pom-pom, which of course I won't put on because I don't want pom-poms on the hats anyways, but I wasn't real fond of the pom-pom. But I do like the color of the hat, of course.
Yes, I like it. It's adorable.
And it's a very simple pattern. It's a pattern that I made a hat out of this week. In fact, I'll show you because I really love this hat. It's called the Citrus Hat. It was a free pattern, and this is 2 yarns held together. And one was the yarn that you dyed for me, and the other is just a big box fingering weight. Well, actually lace weight. We discovered, pretty much it's a lace weight. Mixed together, hold 2 strands together. Simple hat. It's a free pattern, the citrus hat. 2x2 rib, my favorite kind of rib. And then it's a 6x2 rib all the way up until the decreases. And beautiful. I like the way it fits. I'm not a hat person, but I do like the way it fits. I love it. I just think it's so nice. And I
love it too. I completely love it. Now, if you can hold it back up to the camera, because I forgot to put it on.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. It's really pretty.
It is really pretty. I really like that. It's a citrus hat by Laura Treadway.
Yes.
Yeah, Laura Treadway. I love that. I'm definitely going to make it. Now, you said it calls for worsted weight?
It does call for worsted weight. And so, one of the yarns I held was a sport weight, and one is I would consider it a lace weight. So it didn't quite make a worsted weight, but it still fits me. And I cast on using the needles called for in the same stitch count that she called for, but it fits me well. I mean, of course, if you were going to do something like this and wanted it bigger, you'd have to add, the stitches to make it work. But so easy to knit, 6x2 rib, can't go wrong. And it's squishy.
Yeah, I love that. And what a great idea to hold a sport weight and a fingering weight. What a great idea. I mean, I have a lot of fingering weight leftover yarns that I could use to make an easy hat. And I love the fact that you used white.
Yes.
Great idea.
Yeah. It could have been a light shade of gray. It could be it could be anything you have or in your stash. So do you want me to show the rest of the hats I made?
Why not?
Well, while I'm in this mode. So I made this hat here, which really is not purple. It's a purple blue up at the top. And this is a simple pattern for worsted weight yarn, and it was called Malabrigo Head Thingy. Malabrigo Head Thingy. And it fits quite well too. It's more of a,
I love that hat.
But it fits well. It's a little bit bigger. I like the fit of the other one, but because it's a little bit smaller, but for me. But there's so many different people with different size heads, so it doesn't really,
You really can wear a hat. I mean, there are certain people who can wear, like, really look great in hats, and some people that, you know, maybe don't look great in hats.
So, but that was Malabrigo head thingy.
Love that.
And then I did this one, which was called Hermione's Toad Everyday Hat. So you can see it decreases really quickly at the top, but that's fine. And the pattern is really very easy. So it's like mindless knitting. It's very similar to the Hermione's Toad socks and the Hermione's mitts. And so that's what it looks like on me. You know, so it fits.
Great hat. Oh boy, some people are going to be very lucky recipients, right?
Yeah, and that was a DK weight. And then this one too is a worsted weight, but this is a much bigger hat. You can see it's much looser. So, I mean, you could use it more like a slouchy type hat for me anyways, or someone with a bigger head, it would fit fine. Or if I wanted it more like a beanie, I just roll up the cuff and do like that, you know. And this doesn't have a pattern. I just followed the cast down stitches for, you know, worsted weight hat. And it's a simple pattern. Every 5 rows, I just knit 2 together and then didn't slide it off and then knit in the stitch again. Does that make sense?
Hold it. Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, every 5th row I did a knit 2 together, didn't slide it off, knit back into the middle of the stitch, and then slid it off. So I didn't really decrease, it just sort of crosses those stitches. And it worked out well. It just gives it a fun little texture without being too, you know, girly or boy-y. It's
gender neutral. And is that 3 different yarns?
No, actually, it's one of those, you know, I don't think I have the tag. I think it was a Burnett like pop, one of those yarns that comes, you know, wound up with the different colors already in that's popular now that you can get in the big box stores. And that's all it was. And same with this, like I just, you know, they go together, they were in the same ball.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love that. Wait, so the one on the right was in the same ball as the one on the left?
Yeah, so the one on this one started here, went up to the white, but I didn't want to start with white, so I rewound it and started with blue. Thought I might end up with either brown up at the top, but this hat's a lot shorter, so it's just basically different various shades of blue.
So 2 totally different hats. That's amazing. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
And you think that was a Brene yarn? I like that yarn.
You know, I'm not sure if it was Brene or if it was Lion Brand. I'm not sure. I have another ball over there, but I didn't write it down. So shame on me.
Well,
and I don't have a tag.
Hopefully you'll give me the information. I'll put it in the pull down menu below. So I am curious to see what it is. So
okay, I'll let you know. And it was a worsted weight, so it worked out well. And I got 2 hats from it. And there's still even a little bit more left. So I have another ball, so I will make more with this because I just think it works well. There'll be a nice warm hat. So those are all the hats I did this week.
That's good. That's a lot of hats.
Yeah, 4 hats. And I'm working on
all free patterns.
All free patterns, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. We love a free pattern, right?
Yes, there are so many free hat patterns out there. There's some beautiful paid for hat patterns too. I won't, but I just am taking advantage of the ones that are free.
Yeah, which we love to do.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely. So that's all my hat makes. I have 2 other finishes, and I don't know if you want me to share them right now, if you would rather just talk about something else. Okay.
Yeah, share.
So these are things, of course, that I've shared you know, before on the podcast. And these are the mitts that I made, the Infinity. Well, we had an issue with that because the pattern's not free anymore, not available, right? They were the Infinity gauntlets according to my pattern. So, and this was this was knit with a Malabrigo fingering and Mohair. Boy, I can't think today. Words are just difficult. Cloudy day, cloudy brain. But they turned out really well. Of course, I extended the hand a little bit. I extended the thumb a little bit, when I followed the pattern just in the ribbing section, because, they suit my hands.
Yeah, I love them. And purple,
And
really pretty.
the purple is really pretty. And then I finished my socks, my really, really sparkly socks. So, and I didn't put them in blockers, but they're just plain vanilla socks. And I tried out that new heel flap and gusset, which worked out really well. I really like that. I'm looking forward to wearing these very soon because fall is coming.
Fall is coming, yes. And we can tell by what's hanging behind you as well.
Yes, that is my pumpkin quilt that I finished and quilted. So it's spoken for too. I'm going to be sending it to my mother-in-law who's attending a wedding on Halloween, and she's going to give it as a gift to the bride and groom. So I have to embroider, and I'm going to hand embroider the name of the couple and the date of the wedding. Probably
that would be so special.
Yeah, so it will be special. So,
I love the little ghosts and the candy corn. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really cute. It really is a cute, happy pumpkin. It's not scary. Good to toss over the back of a couch or hang on a covered porch, maybe for that Halloween night, or if you have a wall in the house and really like to decorate for Halloween, it's really cute. So.
Really cute. And oh my God, what a special gift that's going to be.
And I'm really pleased to be able to give it to her, to send to her for someone else. I really am, because my thought was, who will want it? My kids didn't want it, so.
And who will want it and treasure it, right?
Yeah, I think they'll enjoy it because the couple supposedly really enjoys Halloween, so it's fun.
Obviously, you're getting married on Halloween, right?
Yeah. That's basically everything I have to share. Pretty much.
Well, I have something to mention from the last podcast. So I did I have a correction to make, an apology to make, right? So I shared that I was working on this top,
which is beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. It's a Yarn Inspirations pattern. It's called Patton's Get in Line Knit Tank. And I was working on it. I came up to the decreases on the top, and well, I said that the pattern was wrong. And it wasn't, the counts weren't coming out, and I had contacted them. They had gotten back to me within 3 days, said, well, we're going to look into this. We'll get back to you. And literally 2 days later, they sent me an email saying, no, the stitch counts are right. We double checked. Well, and I was like, sure. Right. Okay. So I went back to the pattern right away because, would I make a mistake? I don't know. So I went back and I looked and I said, no, they're not coming out. The math is not working. I don't understand what's going on. So I took out the whole pattern from beginning to end. Well, guess what? There's nothing wrong with the pattern. So if you look at the pattern, there are sections that are divided between extra small and medium, large, and extra large, right? So here's the extra small, which I crossed out. But when I went through the pattern, I go and I circle exactly what size. Well, because I was doing the third number, I automatically went to the section for medium, large, and extra large, and I circled the third number. So I was circling the number for the extra large, not the number for the size I was making. Whoopsie. So I've never done that before. So, totally my fault. I went back, I redid the sleeves, and what do you know? The pattern is perfect. So the front is done. I already cast on the back. I'm about a third of the way done. So this will be done soon. So yarn inspirations, my apologies. The pattern is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. So I still highly recommend it.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. It really is. I absolutely love that color. It's just beautiful. It's just going to be a lovely tank to wear. Definitely.
It is, and there's nothing wrong with the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll be so glad to have that next summer. It's so pretty.
Yeah, just wanted to show the patterns up close. It is. It's a beautiful pattern, sport weight yarn. So it's not a super fast knit, but I do highly recommend it. Yeah, I love that. So my bad.
Well, hey, live and learn, right? You know,
right.
It's. Yeah. I think sometimes it is very easy to get confused. You know, in a pattern, or just, you know, you're not paying attention, you know, it's a gray, cloudy day and the head is sort of that way. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? It just happens, you know.
Yeah. No wonder the stitch count wasn't coming out.
Yeah. And thankfully you didn't, you know, break through your yarn or anything like that. You could pull it out and go back and start where, you know, from the point where it was correct and then correct the mistake. You know, it can be frustrating to, you know, have to, you know, unknit or frog, but, you know, hey.
I had no problems doing that. Yeah, again, I want it to be right. And yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect now. It's perfect. So I just have to finish the back and that'll be it. But,
oh, good.
Should we?
Yeah, what's in the bag?
Last time I said, what's in the bag? And I thought something was in the bag that it was totally, completely different. So this is the one I showed last time.
Right.
And what was in this was the autumn leaf pullover. I'm sorry, not leaf, league, autumn league pullover. It's a free pattern online. All right, maybe I should do this. Autumn league pullover. I do not have her, I don't know what her name is, but I'll put it in the pull down menu down below. But I do love it. And I worked on it.
Hey.
Isn't that amazing? I pulled it out and I've been working on it like crazy. So, and it's been pretty fast. Of course, I put everything else aside. So the front was already done, remember? Now I completed the back.
Wow.
Completely done. And I'm on the neckline.
Oh, wow.
I skipped the sleeves. I'm going to do the sleeves last. So I'm working on the neckline. And I love this because you do 3 inches and you fold it over and then you stitch it on the inside, which I really like that.
Yeah.
And of course, look at the cute little detail.
I like that too.
Yeah. So I'm so glad I pulled out this bag to see what was in it. And now this will be done by the weekend. You know?
Right. You'll enjoy wearing that too. It's the perfect time of year to have that type of sweater.
I may not be done this weekend because I forgot. I have 2 sleeves to do. But I will certainly be done by next time, right?
Yes, I would think so. And probably have worn it.
Yeah. And I should mention, this is my Charlotte, which I still have not tacked down my lapels. I want to tack them down so they stay.
Yeah, but they lay pretty well.
They do. They lay really well. Yeah. I love this. Perfect day for it.
Yes.
Cool, not cold, right?
Right. Rainy.
Yeah. So are you working on anything?
This hat.
The hat.
The hat, and you know, that's really about it. I mean, that's about it, other than, you know, sewing some project bags for us to put in the shop.
We're gonna have an update. So at the end of the podcast, I'll show some sock blanks if you're interested. We'll have some sock blanks, and we're doing one collaboration for Halloween, and then probably in a month or 2, we're gonna do the Christmas and holiday ones. So yeah.
So that's about. I mean, really, that is about it. I haven't really. I did want to start a cowl, pattern with some beautiful yarn that I got from Claudia's hand dyed yarn that we got. And I was working the cowl and it's a lace pattern. And of course, I don't know, kept coming up one stitch short, one stitch too many, whatever. I wasn't paying attention. And I was going to use the variegated yarn and a solid yarn, but the colors of the solid and the variegated are too close. So I'm going to have to change my plan on that. So I just put that on hold. I'll have to unknit it and come up with a different pattern. Like you suggested, maybe just a plain cowl or just a narrow shawl that could be worn as a scarf, something like that. Because I really want, this yarn is so pretty. The colors are so pretty. They are dark colors, so that's hard sometimes when you have dark colors for them to really show. But I do want to, have the yarn shine. So I have to find something. So if anyone has a suggestion on a narrow like shawl or scarf or something, that would be pretty.
Or a cowl, right? And something that's going to let the yarn shine, as opposed to some lace patterns are great for those types of yarns. It just has to be the right pattern.
Yeah. So I put that on hold. But other than that, I did work a little bit on my watermelon socks,
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And I have to say, I love the yarn. And I mean, it's just that's as far as I got. But what I'm noticing is they almost look, and you won't, I'm sure the camera doesn't pick it up, but they almost look like they're dirty or muddied. And I think the dye from the seeds maybe runs into the sort of pinkish color and sort of dulls it down. It's not as bright, I don't think, is what it's showing. And it might be hard to see that. That's the only thing that's sort of like boo.
I think that has to do with the cotton yarn.
Yeah, sort of like boo. I feel like boo. I'll still make them and I'll still wear them and enjoy that. But it's just like, darn, I wish they were a little bit crisper or, but it's fine. It's fine.
Once you get further along, you'll like it even better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna like them regardless, because they are the cotton yarn, and I really do like that. I wear mine still.
Yeah, because cotton, colors in cotton aren't normally very bright.
Yeah, definitely takes the dye differently.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise? My husband's home.
Oh.
So, if you hear any noises, it's my husband over there.
Well, I was going to say, if you hear any noises, it could be my stomach growling too.
Well, my stomach was growling too. Yeah, my stomach was growling too. So that's so funny. So I think you have a notion tip that you want to share, right?
I do have a notion. It's not a normal notion that people would find in their knitting shops. It's one of these clippy barrettes. And now I bought this at the dollar store, so it comes with this fancy jewel on the end, which you don't need. But I use it often.
So funny. Why not have a little bling, no?
Yeah, well, and I'm making a mess of my yarn cake because I keep pulling it in and out of my bag. But I use it to keep the end of my yarn on my yarn ball connected to the ball itself, so I don't get it entangled when I'm knitting, because I do pull from the center of the ball. And sometimes that comes undone and it gets in the way. And my yarn is messy just because I pulled it in and out so much, but usually my balls don't look this bad. but that's where I use it. That's where I use it, on the end there. And it comes in handy. And, they're not that expensive to buy. And I do like that, that's not hanging around and coming undone, because it does. Unless, of course, you have it in a yarn cozy.
I love that idea. This is the first I'm hearing about it. I think that's really great.
Yeah. So that's my notion.
Yeah,
I
love it.
Notion to keep in a bag, but it does work.
And you can always put it in your hair, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this is my hair. So I did not do my hair today, and it's wild, like wild crazy. So Yeah, if anybody thinks I got a perm, nope, this is my hair.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with it. It looks fine.
Nothing wrong with it. So let's see, our brand new segment, What's in the Bag?
Yeah, there you go.
So it's funny because when I was pulling it down, I got a sneak peek. This is what I thought was in this bag last time. So
Okay.
let's show you what's in here. Now, I can tell you this is really old, like really old, like years. Like I'm talking like 7 years.
Oh, wow.
You're not going to believe what's in here. Now, I couldn't find the pattern. I have it. It's from a magazine. Unbelievable. So this is it. It's a cardigan.
Well, my goodness, Karen, why didn't you finish that? It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yep. So it even has pockets, right?
Yeah.
It's really quite nice. I even, got the button band on.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. So if you look at, it's a really beautiful pattern too. So there's texture here and then just stockinette here. I mean, really beautiful. So when I was making it, and this is ecological wool, right? This is Cascade. I believe it's Cascade.
Yeah, I think it is. It is, because I've had that too. It's Cascade Ecological.
So ecological wool. So I just fell in love with the pattern. I automatically cast it on. I did this first sleeve. I was actually finished with it. Tried it on. It was so tight. There's no way I'd be able to wear it. And of course, your cardigan, you have to wear something under it. So you really need a little room. And the sleeve was super, super tight. So when I did try it on, it was so itchy. It was driving me crazy. And I said, you know what? I have to think about this. So either I finish it and give it away or I pull it out. And I just, look, the needles are still on the other. Yeah. So big needles too. I don't know what size it is. So, so I just left it there and it became a UFO. So this is going to get ripped out and I'm going to reuse the ecological wool because this is a lot of ecological wool.
It sure is.
But what a beautiful cardigan, right?
Yeah, it is. Do you have anything you want to make with that when you take it apart?
Oh yeah, when I felt something.
I was just thinking, I wonder how it would be if you used it to make another felted bag, like similar to the one that you had.
My favorite bag.
Because that whole back section is a big piece of fabric already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is because I love this bag.
Yeah.
And this bag, I love this bag too, but it's not a handmade bag, right?
Right.
So, but it's a great bag. It's got tons of pockets and things, but and I use them both, but I do love this bag. So so I think I might do that. I think I might make another bag, just like this one.
That'd be perfect.
And I have some ideas for it that'll be different. So.
Yeah, because honestly, that's a lot of fabric that you already have, knit together, and even the front, you can still seam that. So what if you have button bands, right? It doesn't matter. You can actually felt the fabric before you even stitch it up.
Oh, you mean felt the actual sweater? Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, you could stitch. You could stitch those button bands closed with the same yarn, right? Probably take the sleeves off. I wouldn't. I would take the sleeve off and I would felt it, and then you could use that as a piece of fabric.
How cute, because I have to think about this because it already has pockets.
Right.
And I could actually make it look like a cardigan and leave the button band in with the buttons.
Yes, that would be so cute.
Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah. And you've got all that work into it. Pull it apart. My gosh, that's so much work. But to felt, now I don't know how the texture will felt. That would be really interesting to see, because it's a different than just a knit purl fabric, right?
Yeah. See, this is why I love getting together with other crafters, right? Oh my God, what a great idea.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I love that idea. Okay, I'll have to think about that. That's
Yeah.
great. Yep,
Yeah.
brilliant.
So, but that is a pretty pattern.
It's beautiful. It is. I would love it in maybe a cotton yarn.
Oh, that would be great in a cotton yarn, especially for our climates,
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing with that is you wouldn't have to put full sleeves on if you didn't want to. You could still just, use it short sleeve for summer if you wanted, because sometimes the air is cold, but you don't necessarily want to be covered up, and I like the texture in that. I think it would be pretty even as a vest.
Yeah, I agree. It is a beautiful pattern. I'll find it. I did look for it and I couldn't find it. But it's in a magazine. So I have to figure out, it's somewhere. I thought it was in the bag, but it's not in the bag.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I do have it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I try to always keep my patterns with things too, but sometimes they go missing.
I don't know what happened. I don't know where it's at, but I always kept it in there, but I don't know.
You'll find it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
So, are you working on anything else?
I'm not. That's it right now. I am working on my Spark cardigan, but I haven't gotten a whole lot done, so I'll share that next time. I think I did a lot. I think I'm almost done with the neck decreases, so I'm right about here.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I'll show that next time.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it finished. I think it's going to be so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Yeah, the only other thing I have is a shop update if anybody's interested. Do you have anything else to share?
I'm looking around and I really don't see anything.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll share some things. I'm going to have an update this Saturday, which is it the 19th?
Saturday? I think it is.
September 19th. I believe that's my brother's birthday.
Yeah, I think so. Well, today is Thursday, the 17th. So
the 19th, so September 19th, 2020, I'm going to do an update. I have some self-striping yarn that's going in there. I have some.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
Pumpkin latte sock blanks going in there. Aren't they adorable? How cute.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah, there's going to be some self-striping pumpkin spice latte as well. I have some adorable Halloween stuff. So this is the witching hour.
Cute.
Right? So that's cute. I'm planning on doing a short video on sock blanks, what they are, how to use them. A lot of people ask me on the Etsy shop, what is a sock blank? How do you use it? So I'm going to put together a short video for that. Now here's a really cute one. This is called Witch's Brew.
Yeah, that's
going to go with one of your bags, which I will be receiving shortly. And the bag is adorable. It's orange, and it has an applique, right?
Yes, it does.
A boot, a witch's boot. I have mine. It's packed away. Told you I looked for it upstairs. Couldn't figure out where it was, and I use it every year on the table behind my couch. So it's in with my Halloween decorations, if you could believe that. Of course, my famous pumpkins. I do these every year. So
I love that one.
Available. And then I still have some wet ones, and I have some more that I have to paint today, actually, this afternoon. So hopefully they'll be ready by Saturday, if not next week. But I have this one. It's still wet. Apple picking.
So cute.
Isn't it cute? Again, it's wet. So yeah, and it has some really nice speckles in there. Some blacks, grays, greens, reds, obviously. And then, a coffee one. I do a lot of these. So there'll be a bunch of those too. So yeah. So
that's really cutening it up too, the espresso. Yeah. I bet that's really cutening it up.
It should be highly speckled with some micro stripes, really short micro stripes actually. But yeah, a lot of specks. There's going to be a lot of specks in here because people don't realize when you use a sock blanket and there's only a little bit here, it's a speck. You know, speckled yarn.
Are
So
they all single-stranded sock blanks?
they're
Or
all single stranded. I haven't done any double stranded because I'm so short on yarn. They've gotten better. I know huge shipments came in from my supplier. Actually, 2 suppliers notified me that they got huge shipments in last week. But you know, I still have to use what I have. So I haven't done any doubles. I may put some doubles in there. I know you love a double sock blank.
I do, because I knit them 2 at a time. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. There are certain patterns that don't work with a double sock blank. People don't realize that. So like my pumpkins, I could never do on a double because it won't work. The gauge is a lot looser. So it tends to bleed out quite a lot. So that doesn't work. Yeah, so we'll see. Why? What sock blanks do you want on a double?
Well, I always love the pumpkin one, but you know what? Like you said, it's if it's not double and you want to use 2 at a time, you can just, you know, cut and even unpick if you don't want to waste a whole bunch of yarn, you know, a row, and just split it in 2. So that would work too.
So just so you know,
Adorable.
What I try to do is I try to get a center section. So let's see, do I have a center section? So a lot of times, and I always usually put this in a description. Let me see, do I have a center? There's some of these don't have centers, some of them do have centers. Let me see. I know this one has a center. So for instance, this one, see where the espresso is? That's basically the center,
right?
The center mark. So I try to start the beginning the same way, right? What the difference is the espresso. So you want to get past the espresso, and then you have a perfect, you know, not perfect, but a matching left and right, right?
Right.
But you have to cut it down the middle.
Right.
Which means
and that's really only necessary for people who want to try to match their socks.
Yes. Yes.
Some people don't care, you know, if they match. I like my stripes to match, but you know, on some things you can't, you know, like a variegated, you're never really going to get them to match, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
that's true. But yeah, I'll do some doubles. I'll probably do a lot of holiday doubles.
Yeah. Well, you'll see.
We'll see. The snowman works great for doubles, but yeah.
Good. Well, you've been busy. No wonder you don't have too much knitting.
That's right. I've been very, very busy with sock blanks. Really busy with sock blanks.
Well, that's a lot of knitting right there, because you have to knit the sock. You have to get the sock blank knit up before you can even, you know, work on dyeing the design into it.
Yes, I showed a video last year on Instagram. So many people loved it. I do have some more videos, so maybe I'll share them and post them on YouTube and Instagram. It's a long process. It takes me a long time. You know, I hand paint them. I literally hand paint them. I have brushes and sponges and all kinds of things. And I just enjoy it. I get lost. I put an audiobook on. I have fun with it. But yeah, so that's why I haven't gotten a whole lot of knitting done.
That takes a lot of time. And it's well worth it. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I love them. They're so much fun. Yeah. And I always try to remind myself, people are going to unknit these to make socks with. They don't have to be perfect. So.
Yeah, but you know, you still want them to look good, and they do look good. They're really pretty. I like each one of them. I wouldn't be able to really choose one I like best, but I really do like the pumpkin ones.
Okay. I have a pumpkin one with your name on it, or maybe I'll give a double sock blank a try. I don't know.
And you know what? If it doesn't turn out perfect, that's okay. You know, it's fine for me.
Well, we'll see. I want it to look nice too, though. Yeah. And a lot of people with the leftovers, they'll make pillows, you know? Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll have to do some investigating. I was looking at a site, and now it is gone on my phone, which is too bad. I was looking at a site, and I don't think I'll ever remember what it was, but it was a site that helps that makes, oh, I know, it was shrugs. They make shrugs for women who have very ill children, like cancer children. And so what else they do, and I'll have to try to look it up and try to remember in my mind where I heard it so I can go back to it and maybe someone else knows about it. But they also use little leftovers and they collect capes because they give the children bears that have these capes on it. So, if anyone knows, I mean, that's another thing. If anyone knows of other organizations that need donated type things outside of hats or scarves, like little capes or, something small that we could do with leftovers, I'd love to find out. We do have a lot of leftovers, and sometimes it's just nice to, work on something that might be quick and easy and donate it. It just always feels good to give a donation to someone,
I agree. I completely agree. If you have any suggestions, make a comment below. We read every single comment, even if we don't reply. I try to reply to every comment, but make a comment. I have that on the Etsy shop too. Like if you know of an organization, please contact us. We'll put them on our list to make donations. But yes, I would love to hear about that. That sounds adorable with the little cake.
I'll do some investigating and see if I can't find out where that was, and maybe next time I'll be able to share that with you. It just popped into my mind when you said little leftovers. It just, because I saw the picture of the little cape and they're really small. They go on small bears, but anyway, so I didn't mean to interrupt you.
All of our donations in the past, I list on the Etsy shop. You can read it in the description, and it lists what year and what we gave and things like that. So so there are some organizations on there that you can. I don't know. I don't think I have a link. I maybe want to post links to those organizations or how you can contact them, because I haven't done that, and maybe I should do that. So yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Well, now I took us off course.
That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. So let's see. I don't have anything else to share. Do you have anything else to share?
I really don't. I mean, I'm just, keeping busy with what I've been trying to accomplish with the hats, because it is my goal to make as many as I can up till the 29th, I believe, of September, or the 30th of September, so I can get them in the mail so they receive them in time. And so that's just basically what I've been working on. And, I still do have a few little quilts to finish up. So I'll, trying to do that. And, hey, life is busy, trying to just pack in as much hours awake as I can get things done,
Yes. And hopefully I don't wake up at 3:00 in the morning and come out and knit again. I did that a couple of times. But yeah, so okay, so we don't have anything else to share, but thank you so much for joining us. If you had liked the episode, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, we would love for you to subscribe. And again, make some comments below. We do read every single one of them. We definitely try to respond to every single one of them. But thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who joined the Knit Night. Hopefully you can join us next month if you didn't participate. So that's it for today, September 17th, 2020. So
Thank you. And I know I comment on YouTube, but sometimes I don't get there right away. So, I apologize for that. I'll try to be better on that.
Yeah. And I try to put my name so people know who answered, because sometimes you'll go and respond as well. So,
But I do appreciate everyone who joins us. It's fun to talk to you, and it's fun to share with you, and do feel free to share with us the things that you're working on too, especially in the comments below. We'd love to be able to take a look if you have a Ravelry, page or something. It's fun to look.
Yes, absolutely. So stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy, and until next time, that's it for us. Bye.
We're out. Bye.
Bye.